All right. Welcome to the show, you guys. Welcome to the show. Glad to be here. Welcome to the show. I'm your man, KTJ, former men's counselor turned love coach, and we're just getting this thing popping, getting this thing ready, and excited about the show today. So if you guys are here, welcome to the show. Welcome to Secrets Live. We're revamping the show. We're playing around with some things, and because we're trying to make this thing better and better and better. There we go. So if you guys want to contribute to today's show, you can go ahead and drop it in the Cash App right there. You see the Cash App, Kelvin Troy Johnson, $ Kelvin Troy Johnson. You can hit it on the page on the PayPal right there if you want to contribute as well to the show. And this is Secrets Live. I've got plenty of stuff lined up here, and we're going to have a good conversation. Listen, men are in crisis. Men are in crisis. I'm seeing it all over. As you guys saw, maybe in the advertisement, men are leaving their situation, their women, their kids. Men are just struggling out here, but we want to see if we can make a difference and see if we can help somebody in their situation, because I want to be a help to men. As you heard me say, I was a men's counselor for many years, and this is what we did. So let's just get right into some of these videos. We're going to break some of these videos down. As you guys know, you can hit that subscribe button to get the reaction. I do these reaction videos all the time, a couple of times a week, and you can get those. But today we're going to run, we got a series of things to talk about when it comes to manhood, masculinity, and what's happening with men today. All right. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. Yeah, this is a good one. You guys check this one out. Oh, this one's going to be, this one right here. It's going to be something special. Here we go. Check this out.
And there it is. She has smashed my vehicle. There goes Terry right there. She has just returned to smash my vehicle. She knocked my vehicle into my neighbor's vehicle.
Wow.
And now she is reversing. And I'm going inside because I want to avoid any further issues. Okay, I think she's going to finish up. I think she's finishing up on the car.
Are you going to treat me? After all the shit I've done for you, this is how you treat me, Ray?
This how you treat me, Ray?
Now she has just smashed my window, my rear windshield.
Wow.
This is crazy. Video evidence.
Wow.
Terry just keyed the side of my car. I actually just got painted over because she sideswiped it.
Watch this.
Terry just did that.
Hold on a second. This is what we're talking about right here. Somebody wants to know why men are in crisis. Y'all look at this. This is what some of our men have to deal with. I don't know what he did to this woman that made her so mad, made her so angry, but this is what some of our men have to deal with. What happens if he gets out of this car and puts his hands on this woman? The police are coming and he's going to jail. Let's keep going.
And there it is. She has smashed my vehicle. There goes Terry right there. She has just returned to smash my vehicle. She knocked my vehicle into my neighbor's vehicle, and now she is reversing.
So listen. Some of our guys, I don't know, fellas, I don't know when you're going to see this video, but you have to avoid women like this. Now, here's what I want to tell you guys. This woman who's doing this right here, this isn't her first time at the rodeo. This is not, I bet you, this is not her first time doing something like this. She's done this before. And guess what? She's going to do it again. She's going to do it again. And this is probably, I'm going to tell you, this is his fault. Watch this.
And I'm going inside because I want to avoid any further issues. Okay, I think she's going to finish up. I think she's finishing up on the car.
You're gonna treat me? After all the shit I've done for you, this is how you treat me, right? Really?
Look, if Ray was smart, he would go in the house and stay in the house. Because a woman that is wild enough, out of her mind enough to smash her car into your car. And look right there. A smashed rear windshield. I don't know what Ray did to her, which is what's going to be said. Ray, what did you do to her? But this is what happens.
Now she has just smashed my window, my rear windshield.
Now, hold on. Now, if there's some ladies who are watching this, I want to tell you, like somebody might get on his side or whatever, or you know, somebody might get on the lady side and say, "What did he do to that woman?" Right, ladies, this could be your son. This could be your father. This could be your uncle, your cousin. This is what some of our men have to deal with. And I don't care what he did. For her to bust his back window, what can he do to exact such vengeance out of get it from this woman? Crazy. This woman wants to kill this man. And so fellas sometimes will take this lightly. Look, guys will sometimes take this. Y'all, look, drop y'all comments on this. Sometimes guys will take this very lightly and end up in the grave. You end up dead. I'm telling you, this is how it happens. Let's keep going. This is how it happens. Look at that windshield. Do you know how much this is going to cost to be fixed? Do you understand? I don't know what Ray did, and it doesn't matter.
This is crazy.
She keyed his car. See that right there? She keyed his car, and that wasn't good enough. She comes back and busts his windows on the driver's side. That wasn't good enough. She comes back and busts the rear windows. That wasn't good enough. And then this happens.
Video evidence. Terry just keyed this out of my car. I actually just got.
Terry is a nut. Terry is out of her mind. Ray, you better get as far away from Terry as possible.
Painted over because she sideswiped it.
Look. Terry almost killed him. This is what some of our men are dealing with. What did Ray do to this woman who's out of her mind? Fellas, the first time you see this sign, you got to move on. You got to get out of this because this is going to be bad.
Terry just did that.
Look. And she backed up. She's like, I missed him. Man, you got to be nuts. Ray, you are losing. Ray, you're losing. Ray, you better get away from this woman as quickly as possible. Look, I tell our guys, look, listen, man, if you end up in this situation, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. She's going on to the next victim. And what happens after that? whatever it is not going to be good for you. I'm telling you, our men are in crisis. This could be your son. This could be your uncle. This could be anybody in your life and in your family. Men are in crisis. And so what do, y'all? What's the answer? What's the answer when you're dealing with somebody like this? What's the answer? Now, y'all know, before I go on to that, what's the answer? Because a lot of men end up in this situation. So let's say he goes outside. Let's say Ray goes outside and tries to confront this woman. Girl, are you stupid? Are you crazy? What do you think is what's on your mind? How could you do this? Why did you almost hit me? You this. And next thing you know, Ray is gone. Ray is on his way. Why? Because the police are coming and they don't want to hear nothing you got to say. You're going to be like, and they're going to be like, get in the car. And it's over. Just like that. Your future is over just like that. It can end quickly, just like that. It can end quickly. All right. Let's check out this next video. Shout out to Donovan Sharp. That's where I saw this first one. This came as a surprise to me. I gotta admit, this one came as a surprise to me. The surprise was Donovan Sharp said something that I had never really thought about. He said, do not date overweight women. Ladies, before y'all check out, before y'all leave, listen to what I'm saying. He said, do not date overweight women. And I was like, wow, how could he say something so terrible? He said, when these women who are overweight go in and get the surgery, the first thing they want to do after they lose their 60, 100 pounds, they go get new clothes, go get new makeup, go get a whole new look. And the next thing you know, you're out. The next thing you know, they got a new man's attention. And they're like, they all in. They all in. And you are all out. Now they're getting attention from men that they never got attention from before. Check this video out. Tell me, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Is there any truth to this? This woman.
I usually jump right into the interviews. I don't like to take the scenic route, as I like to say. How did you ruin your marriage?
Infidelity. I will say that is the simplest way to put it.
Infidelity.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the narrative is always the man cheats.
Yes.
The man messed up. We were having a conversation off camera, and you was just like, everybody that you talk to says, well, what did he do?
Yeah.
What do you feel about that narrative?
Yeah. I think people automatically go to the man being the problem. So when I say, I'm divorced, whatever, they're like, oh God, what did he do? Oh, good for you. You can do better. And it's sort of like, oh, it was me, actually. It wasn't him.
Now, y'all, we got to get this lady the benefit of the doubt. Okay? Look, we're going to have to give her some kind of benefit of the doubt because she didn't have to come out and say any of that. At the same time, there's some truth to this. Now, look, let me say something real quick before we get back to this video. I went and did a live last night on TikTok, right? And I posed this question to the people, the ladies on there. Had about 200 ladies on there. And they said, it's true. They said, one lady said, when I lost 100 pounds, I also lost my mind. Another lady said, I have a friend who did the same exact thing. She, as soon as she lost that weight, she also lost her husband because she was now getting attention from men she had never gotten attention from before. Blew me away. Blew me away. But it's totally true. Let's get back to this lady.
How was your marriage? Was this like a tumultuous relationship that you had? If you could give me just a little backstory about like how the dynamic of the relationship was.
So we met when I was about 19. And he became my best friend.
Mm.
We decided to get married a few years later. We got married very young. I was about 23 at the time. Got married very young, and he was amazing. He was a great provider. He was a good friend, and things were good. We had a baby. Things were good until they weren't.
And why weren't they?
Well, before when we met, I was 130 pounds heavier. So I lost 130 pounds and kind of.
This lady lost 130 pounds. I mean, picture that. That's a whole nother person. This guy marries her at this weight, and then she loses 130 pounds.
Kind of lost my mind, so to speak.
And she lost her mind. She said it. Look, she said it.
Well, before when we met, I was 130 pounds heavier.
Wow.
So I lost 130 pounds and kind of lost my mind. So
she lost the pounds, 130 pounds, and lost her mind. This is what men are dealing with out here. This is the issues that men are dealing with. Look, to give you guys a short on it, she married a very nice guy. She married a gentle giant of a man who loved her, cared for her, did all the things. And this is what happened to him.
But you lost 130 pounds in the relationship?
In the relationship. When we got married, I was 320 pounds at my heaviest. And lost the weight and kind of went south.
Was this the first time that you ever been slimmer and like?
Yes. All my life, I've been a fat girl. So this was the first time that I actually got to be the it girl. So,
all right. Listen to what she said. She was always the fat girl, but now she is the it girl. She was largely invisible. And now she's it. Everybody's noticing. When she walks in, everybody's like, hey, she's in the house. She's here. Now people can recognize her. And before, she was just part of the furniture. Let's keep going.
So to speak,
And what about your husband?
What about him? You mean like
weight wise? Was he?
Oh, well, he was a bigger guy, but it wasn't too crazy at the time. He was a bigger guy, but he loved me big. He never complained. He always complimented me, treated me like I was beautiful, but I didn't feel beautiful.
Stop right there. Stop right there. That's part of the problem right there. He just complimented her. You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. You're so perfect. You're so wonderful. It doesn't matter what you say if the person doesn't feel beautiful on the inside. I heard somebody say something that was really interesting from a personal trainer who lost a lot of weight. I can't remember where I heard this from, but a personal trainer lost a lot of weight. She said every woman who is morbidly obese, every woman that is plus size is depressed. She said that you can't tell me they're not depressed. There is depression happening there. They don't like it. And if they could snap their fingers and be a size 9, a size 8, size 6, they would do it in a heartbeat. Let's keep going.
So I went ahead with the weight loss.
There's a narrative about big women, right? One of the narratives that I hear is that big women know how to treat a man, right? It's just sort of because, I don't know, like maybe the world isn't at their feet.
Yeah.
Maybe they do have to be humble and
Yeah.
display humility to have people like them or be into them or,
Mhm.
you know, sort of. So from the big girl perspective, can you speak to that?
Well, not really, because he was obsessed with me. I mean, when I say in a healthy way, he
She's talking about her husband.
loved me deeply. And I never felt like I had to do a lot to keep him around. He always wanted to be around.
Right. So maybe not with him, but I mean like in other relationships that you've had in the past or men that you've been around in the past. Or
Yeah, let me
So
fast
his main
forward just a
focus-
little bit.
So his main focus was assisting you
Yes.
and just supporting you and
Yes.
being there for you.
Yes. Absolutely.
As a husband should. But the problem was she didn't love herself enough on the inside. And if people can't love themselves enough on the inside, there is nothing you can do to love them more than they should be, than loving themselves. Nothing you can do. You can talk. You can try and be more romantic. You can try and honey, why don't you? No, none of it works. If a person isn't loving themselves on the inside, nothing you're going to do is going to work. I want y'all to see this video right here. Check out this one. Check out this one. We got a brother here. He's strong.
Mommy, move it. Move it. Whoa.
Get up, point back. Get up.
Look, and you should see the comments on, and I don't know if y'all can see the comments. Somebody said, my man really liked that. Fell in love all over again. Mm-hmm. Somebody said, that's right, baby girl. But little does this man know. Little does this man know that if she ever gets the surgery, he's finished. Little does this man know that if she ever loses that 320 pounds, go lose like that lady did, 130 pounds, she's done with him.
I think I'm too excited. Finally.
Check it out. Nice kissy kissy. Nice loving. This is what men are dealing with. Nice kissy kissy. Nice lovey. Look. Nothing wrong with loving on your woman. Fellas, love on your woman. But be aware that this is a trap door. Now, that's a strong chair. I'm just saying. Him and her, that chair need to be in the record books. Hey.
I love you.
You love me? You promise you love me?
I promise I won't drop you.
You gonna go after all the white girls in the skinny pictures?
Yeah, okay.
Now, I don't know what got in this guy's mind to decide that he's going to lift this woman up like this, 320 pounds. But he been in the gym. You got to be in the gym. You got to be in the gym to deal with this. You know, you look at the comments and this lady says, Princess says, now I'm side-eyeing my N-word. And he don't even know why. Some man is getting side-eyed and he don't even know why.
What are you talking about? You know that.
Mommy, move it. move it.
Look, men are dealing with these issues. And he thinks everything is happy, everything is good, but he doesn't understand, according to what the ladies say, if this woman loses 130 pounds, she is going to leave him. She's going to find another man. She's going to find a man who never would have paid her any attention before. She's going to find a man who didn't even notice her before, had no thought about her before, didn't care about her before, but she's going to have a new body and a new mindset. And that new mindset will not include him. This is the stuff that men are dealing with. Y'all want to know why some of our guys are, some of the men out here are standoffish about meeting new women and going out on a dating market? Because this is the stuff that they have to deal with. This is what they got to deal with. Check out this video. I want y'all to see this. Now, this is for the men. I want y'all to see this, right? I caught a bit of this video. This one right here, I feel like is very important. I'm gonna set it up for you guys. Let me set it up for you. This is the Fresh and Fit show. Y'all watch the Fresh and Fit show, right? For you that don't know, this men's improvement show. Okay. Now, Fresh, this is Fresh right here. He has a speech impediment. He'll stutter. He'll sometimes be unclear, but they have a pretty successful show, right? Listen to what I want y'all to hear what this guy who called in had to say to this man. One grown man talking to another grown man.
Super slow. From the outside looking in, it looks almost like you're leeching. So a lot of people look at you and they go, wait, man, I can do that better than he can. I can talk better than he can. I can act better than he can. I can regurgitate the same talking points better than he can. So that's why people look at you and they go, yeah, no, we don't really fuck with that guy. And it doesn't really help that you dismiss it and almost seem as though you're not really improving at a pace in which people can respect. So that's why people don't really fuck with you like that. I'm just saying what it is. I'm not a big Fresh hater. I understand that, like, you're growing in ways maybe I just don't see it. But it's just, you asked earlier as to why people always be hating and stuff like that. It's just because, objectively speaking, from the outside looking in, it looks like your progress is super slow. And for the regular average Joe, they go, I can do that same shit twice as fast, way better. And it's your lack of, like, acknowledging that to a lot of people just comes off condescending, and people just don't respect it. So that's
so essentially, you guys, this man called another man's show to critique his language, his use of language, and his articulation on his show. Now, these guys got 100,000 followers or so, but this is what he called to do. Keep listening.
Why people don't give you the respect that you deserve, because we're part of the brand Fresh and Fit, right? So that's what it is.
This is crazy.
Okay.
So what do you have to say to that? Because I think you don't ever just brush it off and say they're haters or they're jealous or whatever, or like they're on the same level. But you have to admit on some level, like, some of the things that you've been doing to improve have been lax. It's even to the point where your own speech therapist was like, yo, this nigga's not even coming to practice. He's not even working on his vowels, his AEIOUs and shit. And like the regular Joes were like, yo, nigga, we learned that in grade 1. Like, you should be on that shit.
Unbelievable.
Okay, so I know I have things to work on. And once again, everyone does.
Wait a minute. So this is the kind of stuff that men are dealing with. A caller calls into the show to give his opinion on this man's work at his speech therapist and all of that. And my question is, why do you care what another man is doing? Why do you care? Why did you take your time to call this man's show and to talk trash about his progress and him leaning on the other guy and all of this. This is the stuff that men do to themselves. Listen, let's keep going.
Does. So just because I didn't work on that all the way, doesn't mean that like I'm a bad person.
My thought was, why do you think that you need to even speak on what somebody has to say? Why do you take the time to care why even take the time to care about what these guys got to say? These audience people probably in his mama's basement. Let's keep going. Let's hear what my man got to say here.
No, the thing is, you are a good guy. From what I can see, you're a nice guy. Like, you're somebody who I would trust with as a friend, like being dead honest with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just it almost comes off condescending because you're going, yo, you got to self-improve. Y'all niggas got to do this. You guys got to do better. Da, 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 da. I got Lambos and bitches and this and BBC gang. But when it comes to actually persevering and enduring through hardship, it's almost like you're taking baby steps. And it's not because you're a bad guy. It just almost seems as though you lack motivation to do it while you're critiquing other people to take those same steps.
Oh, so that's what it is. He's like, well, you telling us to get better. You telling us to get our money up. You telling us to be better men and better with women and better this and better that. And you stutter. Man, this guy's a joke. This guy is a joke. I want to get this guy the buzzer. This guy's a joke. I can't even believe that that this Fresh sat there and even listened to this. Let's go, man. Let's listen. Can't believe this.
And why people get a bit annoyed because they're going, hey, we see this other fucking dude on the other side of the table working hard, day in, day out, losing sleep, grinding the whole time, talking about equipment, doing a whole bunch of other shit. And it just seems like you're just going to the club and twerking. Like,
that's twerking.
Like, that's why people don't like you. Like, I like you, but I'm just saying it would help if you would focus more on the growth and show it in a way where it's more tangible. Because
another man is calling another man in on this conversation. Listen to this.
That's the biggest way to tell growth is when you can see it.
So me 2 years ago is the same me now, is what you're saying.
No. It's not that you haven't grown. It's just the fact you haven't grown to increment that people can respect.
Well, if it takes me... Well,
I'm just saying what people are... I'm just voicing what people are saying, right? Because niggas are broke and don't want to spend $10.
I get what you're saying. My thing is, like, I'm improving. Just I don't always show it on camera. And then secondly is, like, I understand, you know, the whole sentiment behind Fresh is an L, whatever, he's useless. But I don't always have to show what I'm doing.
No. I don't think that. Just so we're clear.
No. It's not you, other people. I think for me, it's more like I understand what my role is here and what I'm doing here. And I don't always put on camera because, once again, it's not important to put on camera. That being said, what is important is what role I play in my skill set. So I think for me, boasting about it on camera is not what I want to do, and I won't do it. And then thirdly, the shit I actually do, I'm not gonna talk about on camera because it's very hard what I do. And then I would say lastly is that yes, I'm improving. Maybe not on camera, you can see it all the time, but you can tell. And like, for example, anyone around me knows that, like, yo, Fresh is that guy.
Listen. Here's what I want to say to a man who's watching this. At no point in time do you owe another man an explanation about the way you move. At no time do you owe another man the explanation about why you do what you do, why you work where you work, where you're going, who you talk to, who you deal with. You don't owe another man. Listen, I don't know who is worse. The guy who's calling, asking, giving his unsolicited opinion, or Fresh. like, dude, nobody asked you. But I'm telling you, men who don't know who they are fall into these kind of conversations and these things. Fellas, I'm telling you, you have to learn how to march your own march. You have to learn how to walk your own walk And it doesn't matter what everybody else is saying. Look, this is the beginning of manhood, and masculinity is to be able to walk your own walk. It doesn't matter what everybody else is saying, doing, which way they're going. None of that matters. What does matter is what you're going to say and what you're going to do. I got another video for y'all to check out. Not that one. We saw that one already. Let me pull down. Look, y'all got to see this one. Y'all got to see this one I got next. Because coming up, look, I want to talk about the statistics here on some of the things that men are dealing with. But for those who said there's no shortage, for those that said there's no shortage, I got to show you something. You need to see this. Let me see if I can get to the right one. Is that one? Let me see. Let me make sure I got the right one. The right video. Yes. Yes, this is it. I want y'all to see this. Check this out. All right, check out this video right here. Here we go.
Are the people in charge of this tribe. Plus, they have no concept of marriage. Women often switch men, but over the centuries, there are fewer and fewer men in the tribe. There are only 7 people left now. One of them is an old man and a 13-year-old boy. The women here like men with big bellies and big buttocks because they believe that this is the best gene. It can help tribes reproduce. And because men are a scarce resource, so men don't have to do anything here. Their only purpose in life is to reproduce, but they have limited energy. When night falls, it's a nightmare for them. The women here don't need their men to work, and they pamper them as if they were babies. You think this is a man's paradise. Actually, it's a man's hell. You can't accept the fear of living in a tree for the rest of your life, and you can't accept the crazy demands of women. Here you never know who is the next woman to come to you. Luckily, the women are very considerate. The women are kind enough to bring in white worms to help.
Look, yeah, are y'all catching this? So there's this tribe in the jungle I think like Rio or some remote place. And there's only 7 men left in the village, and there's 3,000 women. And it's so crazy. There's no concept of marriage. So the men literally have to sleep in the tree to keep the women off of them. Because there's 3,000 women and only 7 men.
Nourish the men's bodies because it's a matrilineal tribe. The birth of a child here belongs to the woman. Men don't need to take responsibility. This young man, who just turned 18, he was immediately surrounded by women. When they see eye to
my man just turned 18 and they all over him.
eye, the girl will tie a handmade headband around the boy's wrist. This will be a symbol of their love. It means that the boy belongs to her today. Since he put on the rope, he also has to take on the responsibility. There are only 7 men in this tribe.
All right, so this is from the top, you guys. 7 men in this tribe. What y'all think about this? Man, y'all quiet out there. I need y'all to drop some comments in there on some of this stuff here. So there's 7 men in the tribe. 3,000 women. So as soon as these guys look like they ready to roll, these women are all over them. So much so that the men have to sleep in the trees to keep the women off of them.
But there are 3,000 women because there are too many women. The men have to live in the trees to avoid the women. This is a primitive tribe in the Amazon rainforest. This tribe is
all right, so it's in the Amazon rainforest.
The typical matriarchal tribe. Women are the people in charge of this tribe. Plus, they have no concept of marriage. Women often switch men, but over the centuries, there are fewer and fewer men in the tribe. There are only 7 people left now. One of them is an old man and a 13-year-old boy. The women here like men with big bellies and big buttocks because they believe that this is the best gene. It can help tribes reproduce. And because men are a scarce resource, so men don't have to do anything here. Their only purpose in life is to reproduce, but they have limited energy. When night falls, it's a nightmare for them. The women here don't need their men to work, and they pamper them as if they were babies. You think this is a man's paradise. Actually, it's a man's hell. You can't accept the fear of living in a tree for the rest of your life, and you can't accept the crazy demands of women. Here you never know who is the next woman to come to you. Luckily, the women are very considerate. The women are kind enough to bring in white worms to help nourish the men's bodies, because it's a matrilineal tribe. The birth of a child here belongs to
y'all know what them white worms are for, right? They bring in white worms because they want to make sure you can bring the magic, buddy. They want to make sure the magic stick can rise. What's in them white worms? What they got in them white worms, y'all?
the woman. Men don't need to take responsibility. This young man, who just turned 18, he was immediately surrounded by women. When they see eye to eye, the girl will tie a handmade headband around the boy's wrist. This will be a symbol of their love. It means
all right, so women, they put their dibs in early and often. Is this something that could happen here, y'all? Is this something that could happen with the number of men who are incarcerated, with the number of men who no longer find the natural use of a woman useful? Is this something that could happen here in the States? Could this happen here? Is this all even possible to happen here? I believe it. Listen, anything is possible. But also, I want y'all to understand too that, did you see how there's no concept of marriage? So marriage really is a construct that we created as human beings in modern society. That's something to look at. That's something to consider, y'all. That is something to consider. All right, so look, I got this one. I want y'all to see this one too. This is one that I did a reaction to, just in case you missed the reaction to it. This is the video. My man decided to get his woman a gift. And before I hit this one, y'all, I need y'all to hit that subscribe button, hit the follow button, hit the like button, so you can support the show. This guy decided to get his woman a gift. And this was the gift. Take a listen.
Bro, you gonna say because it ain't a 2023, bro? Oh, are you serious?
You gotta understand where I'm coming from.
What do you mean? It's a
Porsche. You're gonna give me a new car. Okay, a new.
It's
You're
a
gonna
new.
If you're gonna give me a Porsche truck, then why would you give me a fucking 2023 or 2024? That's me being reasonable.
Okay. So my man decided to buy his woman a truck for their anniversary, and this was what happened.
What's the step, baby? What's the step? What's the step, baby? What's the step? Okay, we here.
By the way, I don't think that this was a skit. I think this was real. I don't think this was a skit. I think this was real.
Oh my god.
Oh, see, my man.
Look, her hair almost came off. Uh-oh.
Hey, jump like this. Hey,
She said, uh-huh.
you been talking about a Porsche?
Man, what year is this?
We in the year 2023.
No.
What you mean?
First thing she said was, what year is this? He said 2028. And she said 2018. She said, no. And he's like, what do you mean, no?
And this is 2018.
Why you didn't get it 2024?
She didn't even open the door, didn't sit down in it, didn't ride in it, nothing.
Because this one was.
It could have at least been a 2023 though.
She said it could have at least been a 2023. You know what it costs to save up for a Porsche? Ma'am, do you know what you got to go through? How much paperwork you got to go through to ride off with that 2018?
What do you mean? It's a Porsche.
Take it back.
Baby, it's a Porsche.
She said, take it back. This is what men are dealing with.
It's the pork. Look around. Come here. Just look at it.
No, take it back. No, just take it back. Look, take it back.
Look at it. Look, you asked for the
You
pork.
could have at least got a 2023.
20.
She said you could have at least got a 2023. Ma'am, that's probably like an extra $30,000. Extra $20,000.
Come on, man. You gonna be like that? You gonna be like that in
2018.
front of my bro, in front of my daughter, dog? You
They
gonna
ain't got nothing to do with it. That's all.
And his boy is right there cracking up. The daughter is holding the camera, apparently, for this great surprise. This is what men are dealing with. This is what men are dealing with. I mean, if you didn't like the car you drive, you get in the car, you drive the car, you say, hey, you know what? This car, I like it, but how much more is, like, after you've driven it, at least showing some kind of appreciation.
You like that in front of my bro and my daughter, bro?
He said, in front of my dog, in front of my daughter. So what he is actually saying is, you have humiliated me. This is what men are dealing with today. And I'm telling you, some of the men in our time are dropping out. They're just deciding, you know what? I don't want to deal with women, some of these guys at all. Now, I was hosting, I was getting an event together, and I was looking for some men. Now, somebody might say this is going to be because you're in Atlanta, but just listen what I got to say. I was getting some events together, and I was looking for a panel of men to come out to have conversation about their dating life. Single men. I had 3 criteria. You have to be single, you have to be unattached, and you have to only date women. Right? Now, I got one guy. A lot of the guys that I talked to could not answer all 3 of them questions. Which question do you think that they got stuck on the most? They got stuck on the last question. Only date women. Now, they wouldn't have told me that if I didn't ask them that, right? One guy told me, he said, you know what? I have just had enough of women. This guy said, you know what? My last girlfriend, she did something to me. She lied on me, called the police on me, all this sort of thing. The woman before her, my baby's mama, he actually had kids. My baby's mama, she did something to me. She did this, she did that. And so he said, I find more comfort in being around men, being intimate with men. I turned around and I had to look at the guy again. I was like, are you for real? Now, listen, I'm not no hater of the rainbow people. Okay. Do what you want to do. But I was just shocked that a man would say that he has sworn off all women due to this one situation, due to this feeling that women don't care,